live to see me see you dancing on the beat. On the roof, hanging from the people on the people mind. It's the roof dancing on the ceiling on the people. I got people on the.
So I got a question for you. Have you ever wanted to start something that you're super excited or really passionate about? Well, not really sure if you've noticed, but that's kind of exactly what I just did. There's actually 5 really important things that I wanted to go over, some seriously important things that I've learned, and hopefully these are great tips for anybody looking to start their own creative passion. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're brand new here, my name is Mike Tamayo. Thanks for visiting. It's been really a hot minute since I've been able to upload a video, anything from work travel to weddings to home meet preparation. You know, fun fact, I think this is the first weekend I will have been home in probably 3 months, so really looking forward to it and really excited to get this video out. During that busy time, however, I was able to get a lot of projects out, learn a couple new tricks, and really take into consideration what I've learned along this journey of starting my graphic design business. Because of that, I really wanted to share some very important tips that I think might be helpful to anybody starting their own creative passion. So, without further ado, let's discuss. The one thing that we have to consider when starting something off is that Rome was not built in a day, myself included. When you have an idea or something that you really want to take off, the first thing you really got to take into consideration is how patient you're going to have to be. Trust me, I really struggle with this. I can't tell you how much more traffic I would love my graphic design business to start receiving. However, since starting it, I've had friends, family, strangers, local Salt Lake City clubs, even people from other universities ask me for a little bit of work. So slowly but surely, it's starting to transcend. And to me, any business is better than none. You just gotta have to realize that it's gonna take a little bit of time for word to start spreading about what you are really good at. Take advantage of being in 2021 though. Start a website, start an Instagram profile, start a Facebook. You'll be surprised how many people start noticing your work as soon as you get it online. Whatever it is that you start, know that it's gonna take a little bit of time for people to really start appreciating what you have to offer. And it's gonna take a little bit of time to find the people who appreciate your style of work. And that's just it, your style. There are gonna be some people out there that don't really appreciate what you have to offer. And that's okay. Just know that eventually you're gonna find some people who do love what you make. But how exactly do we get people to notice us? So this actually segues perfectly into tip number 2. Be willing to work for free. This is a little tough though because no one wants to work for free, right? I mean, trust me, I did it for like 2 years, I get it. But you gotta remember, you don't really have a lot of work with any big name credible sources yet, right? Be willing to throw a couple free projects for a local business. Do a couple free projects for your best friend. Do a couple free projects for your parents. For me, it came through doing a lot of free projects for the University of Utah and really starting to just make custom graphics for every event that we had. And these free projects can come in all shapes and sizes. There's really no limit to exactly what you can do for free for somebody, right? If these free projects get any sort of attention, just make sure that either the friend, the family member, or the business gives you some credit for it. You'll be surprised who walks in asking for, who made that right there? Me, mother. Not as much of a segue into tip number 3 though, which would be, surprisingly, you don't actually have to spend a lot of money. I know this is kind of hard to believe. Actually, one of my favorite sayings ever is you have to spend money to make money, which is 100% correct, but you don't have to spend as much as you might think. There are some YouTube channels that are made strictly with an iPhone 6 and iMovie, which is free software that comes with any Apple product that you might own. And not just that, but the App Store offers tons of free software for photo editing, light video editing too if you don't want iMovie. Definitely check out all those free options that you might have. And if you're not on the Apple ecosystem, I can't even begin to tell you how many free softwares are even on trial mode that you can get for Windows. Really, finding the free software you might need to create whatever you're thinking about is not that difficult to find. And if you're on Windows, I would argue that it's significantly easier. Let's say you want to spend the money though. The Adobe Suite is $50 a month, well, 53. Take that $50, make every graphic you make worth $50 when you're starting off, make 10 graphics a month, you just made $450 in profit. Not that hard. There's also tons of last gen hardware on the market that is still plenty powerful enough to run any of these programs that you might need to use. For example, if you check out my last video, I reviewed the 2020 MacBook Pro, which is on sale on Amazon for probably $600 less than it was when it came out. Still a perfectly capable, very powerful machine, and you should definitely check that one out and make sure it's linked in the description below. Regardless, you set a low cost per graphic starting off, you'll be surprised how quickly that's gonna start adding up. So now that you have the tools to get yourself going, you gotta start producing. How are you gonna do that? Well, you need a lot of ideas. You need a little inspiration. Sometimes you need a little bit of tutoring. This is where tying back to living in 2021 really helps, because you have Google, you have right here on YouTube, you have Pinterest. I mean, you have so many different places to get ideas and instruction. You can look up almost any type of effect you want to pull off on whatever it is that you're making, and it's literally right at your fingertips. Use these things not only for ideas and instruction, but use them for inspiration. I absolutely love scrolling Pinterest and finding things that I like from one design and finding other things I like from a different design and then combining those things into my own. There's nothing wrong with using what you have in order to make yourself better. Another pro tip for you, the way that I usually get into the zone is I listen to music. Had a buddy send me this song the other day, kind of locked me in, and not only did it lock me in, but the actual sound of the music gave me an exact idea of what I wanted to make and what I wanted to look like. Here's an example of that graphic right now. As you use these tools to enhance your ability in whatever project you're working on, whatever program that you're using, you'll find that in the future, your ability to produce projects faster and faster will start to increase. And because of that, you're gonna make a lot more money. And my final tip for you guys, just do it. You love what you do, you know you love what you do, and when you do, you don't work a day in your life. When your passion shows through something, it's infectious, and people kind of want to get right on board with you. It will grow, you will grow, you just need the patience, the tools, and the time. And when you love something, you make the time. Hey guys, that's been it. Thanks so much for checking back into the channel. If you like this, maybe give me a thumbs up and a share. And if not, maybe send this to somebody who you feel like could benefit from it. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be looking for all three. And until the next one, see ya. Start, goddamn, really appreciating your work. Man, wait on tip number 3 though. Am I getting texts right now? Chill. One take, baby! One take!